back. So today what we're going to be focusing on is TCP IP configuration, and we're going to just to remind you guys, we're working on this entire video compilation. It's being done on a virtual system, Oracle VirtualBox, and we have 3 operating systems installed. Alright, and today we're going to look at installing configuring TCP IP. Alright, and we're going to do the Windows Server first. Alright, so there's several ways we can get to configure an IP address. Alright, so one of the easiest ways is just to go down from the system tray and open network and sharing center. Alright, so we have 3 opportunities, so I'll just mix them up how I access the Ethernet cards. Alright, so prior to configuring this TCP IP, we had to enable the promiscuous mode in the virtual machine. Right, what that does, it basically connects, it allows the VM to use a logical MAC address so that it can monitor, it can have access to the traffic on the network. More or less, you're connecting the OS together. So once you're past the phase from connecting the OS together, whether it be cable or wireless, whatever, you still have to configure it software wise. And here's now whereby the TCP IP, the IP address, it comes like a routable information, kind of like a post office, whereby the address would give you exactly which system is located where. Right, so we're going to create static address. Alright, so from network and sharing center, we're going to change adapter settings. This is the Ethernet card. You're going to go on properties, and we're using TCP IP4 version 4. And properties, click on properties. Alright, so we're going to remove from automatic and we're going to put a manual. A static means that we're going to give it what exactly it is. Alright, we're going to tell it what it should be. Alright, so the IP address we're going to use would be a CETA version C, which has 4 octets. Alright, so we're going to go 192.168.0, and I'm going to give this server the IP 10. So the first 3 octets, this is octet 1, octet 2, octet 3, this is known as the networking address, and the last octet is known as the host address. Alright, the subnet mask normally appears because we're using 4 octets, so it would just populate the 4 octets. So the subnet mask, more or less, it's more or less like a bridge between that gives the IP address. Alright, we're not gonna do a default gateway. A default gateway would give you access to an outside router, or a source would connect to the internet. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna put back the same address for the DNS, like 0 and 10, and hit OK. Alright, and close. Alright, and that's it for 1. So this one, the IP address is configured for this one already, and we're going to pull up the other windows. We're going to go with Windows 10. Alright, so we went from the system tray, and what we're going to go now is from the control panel. Alright, like I said, there's multiple ways in getting stuff done on a PC. We're going to go to network and internet and Ethernet. Change adapter options, and right click properties. Alright, so if you notice, before I right clicked, is basically the setting is now exactly what it was when we clicked on the system tray. Alright, TCP version 4 properties, and we're gonna use our own TCP IP. Alright, so the address is 192.168.0, and we're going to use 20 for the this IP address. Subnet mask, it already populates. Default gateway, so the default gateway now, I'm going to tell this system that it should look for the server as the default gateway. Alright, we're going to put the server address. We prefer DNS as well. We're going to use the server address 0 and 10. Alright, and that's that. So we have Windows 10 configured. Alright, its IP address, and last we're going to look at Windows 11. Alright, and how we're going to access this one, we're going to do it a little different again. So we're going to go from my computer. Alright, and we're going to come down to just right click on network and click on properties. Right, so there's multiple ways of accessing the network and sharing center and change adapter settings. Right click on this, properties. Right, TCP IP properties. Right, so we're gonna use this 192.168.0, and we're gonna put this one as 30. Subnet mask populates, and with network mask, we're gonna use the default gateway as server 10. Also the DNS as the server itself. Alright, click OK and close. Alright, and that's it. We've configured each IP address, and one last thing that we need to do, test them. Alright, we should always test. IT, it's not, yeah, it works, but we still need to test it. So to test, we're gonna open command prompt. We're gonna hit the Windows key and R, command prompt. Alright, ping. We're gonna ping ourselves to see if we have communication. Alright, so automatically once you see a reply, that means we're getting a signal is bouncing back. Alright, so we have communication. We're gonna ping to the Windows 10 system. 0.20. Alright, so we have communication to Windows 10. Alright, and lastly we're gonna ping the Windows 11 clients 168.0.30. Alright, excellent. So we have communication to, we have established communication from the server. Alright, so on the Windows 11, we're just gonna self-ping itself, and once we ensure that, we should have connectivity as well. Alright, so we're gonna ping 192.168.0.3. Excellent, excellent. Alright, so I'm just going to exit this. Alright, so Windows 11 is good. And lastly, we have to check Windows 10 client. Alright, so ping 192.168.0.20. Excellent. So that's it, guys. We have configure the static IP address for the server and clients Windows 10 and Windows 11. So thank you so much.